Hey everybody, I am actually having a very good day today, and when I tell you what I'm doing, you're going to wonder why. It's making me feel so peaceful. Mom and I had started doing a lot of research on our family tree. We knew a lot about more about her dad's side than we did her mom's, the Cothens, and so I'm in her hometown. There goes a orange butterfly. I've done seen about three of those today. Uh, but I decided to come to some of the cemeteries in Hartwell, Georgia, and find where a lot of our relatives are buried so I can try to make some kind of family tree and make sense out of it. And so I always loved doing stuff like that with Mom. And actually, the last time I was in Hartwell, Mom was with me. She and I had gone to Mount Hebron and Mount Hebron Baptist in Hartwell. She has a baby brother, CJ, that was buried out there, and so we went and bought a flower and then drove to Hartwell. And I took a rollator that day, and she sat there while I put the new flower on CJ's grave and cleaned it off. CJ was her brother. He was actually born on my dad's birthday, January 16th, but he only lived maybe a month or two. He had boll hives, and then that turned into scarlet fever, and he died in my grandmother's arms. So he was buried there. My mom's grandparents were buried there, William and Della uh, Crook. Yeah, Crook. And so they were buried there. She had a cousin that belonged to my Uncle Jim, and she was the sister of Bessie and Imogene. Her name was Doris. Bessie was still alive at the time we came and was in the nursing home. She was like 95, still sharp as a tack, as she always was. And I asked her what her sister had died of at the age of 10, and she told me that her sister had died from, oh, I can't remember the name of it. That's pretty bad, ain't it? She died of one of those diseases that it's like a blood disease. Uh, and then also there was my Aunt Gladys. There was her infant son that was buried out there, Eugene. And also my Aunt Lillian had a stillborn baby named David buried out there, but his grave was unmarked and I never could find his. But okay, I remember now. Bessie said her sister Doris died of the whooping cough. And so that makes me worry because a lot of times my sister Donna sounds like she's got the whooping cough. But actually at Rose Hill Cemetery right now. I went to Shoal Creek, and now I'm at Rose Hill Cemetery. And it's really cool because I found my family members' graves, and they are buried maybe 100 feet from Ty Cobb. And if you look over my shoulder, there's the mausoleum that the famous baseball player Ty Cobb's buried in. I'm in Royston, Georgia now, and it's just made me feel peaceful all day today, just listening to music or just listening to nothing and walking through the cemeteries. I know that probably doesn't sound too relaxing to most people, but uh, I've tried to keep depression away and at bay, and so I've finally have really started enjoying life, and I'm at peace because I know there was nothing else I could have possibly done for my mama. Uh, my heart is gone, but I feel her presence every day. There's a blue and black butterfly with two orange spots on its wings that stays beside our house, and every day I see it. And I figure the orange spots on that blue butterfly is due to my Hummer. She always loved my orange Hummer. She called it her orange truck. So that's what I've been doing today. And I want to show you a snack that my mom uh, always gave us when we were little. She always did special stuff with us. So uh, when we would go to, back then it was called Gallant Belks. They had a round counter in their in the center of their store where they roasted salted cashews and things like that. And one of our treats she would always get us is roasted cashews. And so we thought we were something because she bought us roasted cashews. So that was one thing. Another thing she would do with me would be to take me to Woolworths every week. She'd buy her hair nets and her bobby pins and her Aquanet hairspray, and she always bought me Hot Wheels every week. They had a sandwich counter inside their store, and we would always sit there and eat cheesecake and drink sweet tea. Years later, when I turned 30, they had me a Woolworths themed birthday party, and my mom had gone to school with a lady that worked there for 30 something years, and they gave my mom and dad all kind of stuff to decorate with, menus from Woolworths where it had closed. The lady even had some of the dinner plates from their luncheonette, and she actually gave me one of the plates for my birthday. She also gave me the recipe for their cheesecake, and a lot of cheesecake is dry, but this cheesecake is very fluffy and very good. And so Mom would do that with us, and then she and I would always go to Kmart, and they had a cafeteria in the back, and we'd always go eat hamburgers and French fries. I'd also get an icy there every time we'd go. And then when we'd go to Bilo, the grocery store, she'd always buy me the red and white box of fresh popcorn. So Mom always treated us special. And so we talked about it the last time we came, and even though we were at the cemetery, we just talked about how good of a time we had just being together and spending time together. And that's really what your loved one wants from you. They just want your time. And can you imagine how horrible it would be if you were losing your mental faculties and you're scared anyway, and you know something's going on? What you want is the people that you love to be with you, because they can put you at ease and make you know that they're going to be taken care of either way. So another thing my mom gave us that was a special treat, and if you're a northerner, you better not say nothing about this to anybody in the South, because you'll get in trouble if you put this down in the South. A lot of people like sweet and salty, and the last time we were here, we had to take a detour because they were having some kind of parade. And so Mom and I, the way we went, we stopped at a little convenience store, and even when we were kids, she would buy this for us, and we did it that day, and she tore that up. But this is what it is. Okay, you might think it looks like a regular Pepsi, but she would always buy us a pack of the salted peanuts, and we'd put our salted peanuts in our Pepsi, so you'd have Pepsi with peanuts. And I know that sounds gross, but it really isn't, because it's like eating something sweet and salty at the same time. So I've really just had a very good day. I'm by myself. I'm with my favorite person that I get along with other than my mama, and that was me. But just having fun hanging out by myself, taking it easy and rest. It's a beautiful day. I've seen butterflies everywhere I've gone. They even had a butterfly park bench here at this cemetery, and if I'd had a little more room, I would have took it, because I mean the people whose grave it was sitting in front of, they're not using it. So I started to pick it up and take it with me. But just reminiscing today, I feel like it's very important to learn where we came from, to know who our relatives were. That way we can know our path to how we got here. And so that's what I'm doing today. And remember my mom. Feel like she's in the seat right beside me. She always loved riding in her orange truck. That's what she called my Hummer. So I've just enjoyed the day and felt her presence with me. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.